Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the situation report or the SITREP or the summary for the day of 857 for the 29th of June. And we're going to start off with frontline changes report. There is only two frontline changes over at Mayosk and Shumi. So over at the Bakhmut and New York front joint, there is some frontline changes update, and basically you can see it both on screen right now. This is Mayosk and this is Shumi, and Russian forces have made advances in this area here. Russian forces have basically closed up this entire salient, which is clearly not possible to hold because it's just open ground, and the Russian forces have taken straightened the entire front line, moving all the way from the north of Mayos, leading all the way down to Shumi. And similarly, this also links up with this area here, where the Russian forces have captured the ground, in the process capturing one major stronghold around here. So this is the frontline changes over at this Toretsk offensive near Druzhba, Pivnishny, and Mayos and Shumi region. So these are the frontline changes report. And we go into the strategy and tactical reporting, and we have a Ukrainian MiG-29 getting shot down over Ukraine, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. They did not mention exactly where, so this is just take it with a pinch of salt. We move into the Kharkiv front. At the Kharkiv front, we have Russian forces fighting in the area of Lipsy, Nekushne, as well as in Voschansk. We don't have much other information, probably because it's weekend, people are out party, so we don't have a lot of information. So this is the strategic situation right now over in the Kharkiv front. We move on over to the Kupiansk front. At the Kupiansk front, the Russian forces are attacking in Sinkivka towards Petropavlivka, as well as at Stepova Novoselivka. So that's about it. And I just want to drop in, do watch the DPA open mic. As per this recording, I just finished the DPA open mic and immediately I started to do the recording. So we have a lot of discussion regarding Ukraine, the presidential election debate. So do check it out. It's a very good open mic. It was, so just play it while you're working or studying or whatnot. You don't have to watch it all the time. Just listen, to different people discussing stuff. It's quite nice. So I'll drop the link at the end of this video. Over at the Svetove front in the northern side, we have Russian forces attacking at Berestove and Stemakivka. And the one at Berestove reminds me of something. The Russian forces should have captured it, but somehow they didn't. Because the Russian forces has already taken half of it, and somehow they have never conquered the rest of it, which is a surprise. I never really I totally forgotten about the Battle of Berestove, and because the last report of fighting was on the 21st of June. Before that was 17. It's always sporadic. The main fighting time, is over since it's around a month ago. So yeah, it's just a bit weird that the Russians have never really fully captured it. Only the Russian Defense Ministry announced the capture, but we have no information confirming it. So moving on, over at the southern flank of the Svetove front, Russian forces are attacking towards Kharkivka, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, and they are attacking towards Nevsky. So this, and moving south from at the Crimea front, Russian forces are attacking at Toretsk and Dibrova. According to the Russian reports, they have kept caught up with the situation at Terny, reporting the Ukrainian attack around at that area. So that's about it over at the Crimea front. Moving down south to the Sivas front. At the Sivas front, Russian forces are attacking at Sperne, at Vimka, and that's about it. There's not much details about all these things. Moving to the Bakhmut front. In the northern flank of the Bakhmut front, Russian forces attacking in the Zeleniansky region, as well as towards Khoikhorivka. So this is the northern part. Over in the central part, of Adiyevka front, Bakhmut front, fighting is reported at Kalinina, at Canal, as well as Chasivia. So the Russians are still making this general push around in this area here. So that's about it. Further south, there's nothing there. Over at the Toretsk offensive, Russian forces are attacking in in multiple regions. As mentioned in the Frontline Changes report, the Russians are attacking in the area of Mayorsk. They're attacking Druzhba towards Pivnishny, in the area of Shumi, and of course further south over at Pivdeny, around this area here. The Russians are attacking in this area. There is no reports of fighting at Zalizny. So if I zoom out, you probably can see a bit better of the push in this area here. So yeah, so that's the current situation right now over at this battle of Toretsk. So yeah, we will continue to see whether Russians are really that serious about this offensive, if whether this to where they actually invade deep into the urban region. If they do, then then either the Ukrainians are really don't have enough defenses, or I'm totally wrong that the Russians are really crazy enough to go and capture Toretsk. So no, that's about it. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry and Russian Defense Ministry both mentioned about the Russians' attack in the region of New York. So we don't have much information. Based on Ryba, the pro-Russian source reported that they don't really have much information about the battle at the region of New York. So we just have to continue to wait and see. Over at the northern flank of the Avdiivka front, things seems to start to get active again. Ukrainian Defense Ministry mentioned about all this. This Ryba. Ryba reported about the fighting along this entire front line. Over here, I think, do they have Novo? That's about it. So in all this area here, the Russians are starting to make their moves, and so let's redraw the arrow again. And the Russians are attacking in the area of Novo-Alexandrivka towards Progress. They're attacking towards Yekhanivka and at Sokil. So there is still no information about the capture of Sokil just yet. So no, that's about it from this area. Further south, in the central part, Russian forces are attacking in the area of Novoselivka, Persha, and Umansky. And further, even more south, there's nothing over there. So the Avdiivka front, in the strategic sense, we can only see what we see is these arrows. These are the Russian directions that they are pushing, and so you can kind of see the concentration of where the Russians are seemingly pushing. It seems like though this area is still the main push right now, and this is heading towards Pokrov. So this is Pokrov is over here. This is the direction. I'm not sure if this is the objective. If they do, this is going to change a lot of things. So over at the Battle of Krasnohorivka, we don't have much information. So over the Donetsk front, the Russian forces are attacking in the Battle of Krasnohorivka. They're attacking Paraskovievka, Konstantinivka towards Vodian. There is fighting reported at Staromayorsky and Uruzhaine. So this is the strategic situation in this area here. And moving away from this Donetsk front, at the Zaporizhia front, we have actions over in the Orekhiv sector and the Kayamsky sector. Russian forces are attacking in the area of Mala Tomashka, Robotine towards Novodanilivka, and Pyatikaki. So these are the various actions around this area here in the Zaporizhia front. I'm not sure if this is indicative of anything, because we have a lot of reports about fighting at Mala Tomashka. So just in June alone, we have on the 4th, 3rd to the 4th, 9, 12, 18, 21 to 22nd, 27. So Mala Tomashka is seeing a lot of fighting, and I'm not sure if this is indicative of anything just yet. Just in the northeast of Zaporizhia, there's a railway station called the Yensevo railway station, or at KRYNKY, or Yenseve. There is a train getting struck over at the railway station. This is just off the major airbase at Zaporizhia at International Airport. So this missile strike supposedly hit military equipment of the Ukrainians. So there is this major missile strike around here. We move into Kherson. There is major news at Kherson. KRYNKY holds. According to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, KRYNKY remains to be under Ukrainian control, with the Russians reportedly launched 4 attacks against the KRYNKY, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. And there is shelling reported at Novotyahinka, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. So KRYNKY host, we have been asking this question, right? Whether KRYNKY still exists, but now we know that it still exists, still under Ukrainian control, and that's probably going to be my headline, I guess, the headline title. So that's it. So this is the situation report, a very short one, since there's not a lot of information coming out over the past, I think, 16 hours, 12 to 16 hours. So thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and see you guys in the next update.